Hi everyone, this is Dee with the Paper Drawer. I'm going to redo a video that I did a couple days ago, and I actually took it down. I'm going to go ahead and break it up into several videos. I felt that one was actually pretty long. It was, 23 minutes or 27 minutes. But I thought I would just kind of do it in phases and just kind of be a little more detailed. So I want to start with Christmas journals. They're not really journals, they're more slow stitch art books. But before I do that, I want to correct something. When I showed Gail's concertina book, I was talking about this page, and I said that looked like a little dollhouse frame. Well, actually, it's an authentic, original tintype from the Civil War. I was thrilled. She had messaged me off of Etsy, very kind. Gail is so nice. And I'm glad she pointed it out. I mean, I like to know that stuff, and like I said, I was thrilled when she said that. She has a small collection of them, so she added it, and that really adds to it. And I know some of you know that I'm a historical military miniature painter, and I paint figures from the Civil War, etc. I research the uniforms and everything. But I wanted to just correct that, and also too, this was dangling and it had fallen off in transit, so I just put it back on, not a big deal. I wasn't really sure where it went. I thought it was supposed to dangle, so I fixed that. So just FYI, I wanted to just correct that in my video when I showed Gail's journal. Okay, I want to show you these Christmas journals that I did. I enjoy doing them so much. And this one is actually going to ship to Melissa at the Fabric Path. Melissa has these 100% wool booklets that she makes. They're 4x6. It's the most beautiful wool I've ever seen. She's got different weights on them. I like the heavier ones, but the looser ones are just as good. But anyway, I had made one. I think I videoed it and I put it on Instagram, but I made another one, and they're all different. It's because I come up with different ideas and nothing's ever the same, and I try and think of different trees and that type of thing. So it's basically a Christmas tree journal. And then I'll show you how I constructed it. And I do have kits available. So this is the first page. I sew the background down, and then I just make trees. My book that I did and I kept, it was my first one. I didn't put any toppers on it, but I really like that addition. And this just worked out this way, that this reindeer's here, so I put a tree there, and there's a polar bear. These you can hardly see, but they're quilts. They're cutter quilts. So I probably, Melissa can do it, but you could put buttons on the top for tree toppers. That might make it stand out a little bit more. But I liked it the way it was. Did a button tree. I did some slow stitch in the background, just snowflakes, and then I just kind of ripped it and tore it. This is another cutter quilt, a doily, and then I'm including a pin in every one of the journals, as long as, or kits, as long as they last. And journals, if I can finish them, I'll put them in my Etsy shop. If you're interested, send me an email. But I'll include one of my pins from my collection. Here's another tree. These are actually, and I think you saw it on the cover, it's wool felting. So, yeah, it's just, little bits of doily. And then here's a little bit of bling, and then this is ribbon. And then just added a little bit more background to it. And you might recognize this. I don't think Hobby Lobby carries this anymore. I got a big, a big plastic wrap thing of it. And that's all they had. So here's another tree with buttons. It's got some shaggy little strips. and then leather, and then I went ahead and doodled on it. And upholstery fabric again, and then I just added doilies and little clips of things. There's another tree back here. And I like the yo-yos. So I always try and add that in one of my journals because I really like those. And trees made out of doilies, upholstery fabric. And here's a little wonky tree made out of the tape measure that's actually ribbon. And that's the back. So this is going to go up to Melissa. Like I said, I'll put her link to her shop. She sells the wool booklets, and they're very well made. And this is just chunky, and of course the fatter it gets, you know, the covers kind of get wonky, and I like that. Like everything about this. So anyway, this is going to go up to her, and let me show you one that I'm actually working on. And I'll probably have it in my Etsy shop. Whoops, that didn't make a bow very well, did it? There we go. Okay, so this is the one I'm working on now. And basically what I do is, and I'll show you on this one, everything's not sewn in, so I'm going to try and hold it. But basically, this is a placemat. I got some at Hobby Lobby, and then I got some off eBay. And I just cut it to size. This one's a little narrower, so it's not quite as wide. It's not exactly 4. So I lay it all out in pieces, pages, and then I just sew the background, just messy stitch the background. I enjoy doing that. It's a lot of fun. So that's how I start the book. Okay, so this is what I've done so far. Doily trees, I got to put toppers on it. I might do some more slow stitching. Cutter quilt, I need to put little, I'd like to put little tree toppers on them. Cutter quilt, I just added that. A doily, upholstery fabric, and here's a pin in this one. Here's the yo-yos. This is just, of course, trim, and then I alternated with a little bit of rickrack. This is where I left off, so this needs to be sewn on. I'm using these as toppers. And here's the Hobby Lobby. It has a little tree trunk on it. Some of these don't have tree trunks. That's okay. And then this page will be this. So I just took a piece of felt and I overlaid a doily on it. And then this one is going to just be maybe just a blank tray. I might do snowflakes, same with this one, or something on it. And then it's a macrame tree. And then this one's going to have 2 green trees. And then this last page will have this tree with blue snowflakes, and then this tree will overlay it. And I might put something in the background or slow stitch it. So that's this book. And again, it's really chunky, and it's going to have a tie, and that's that one. I am going to sell these booklets, and what I've done was I went ahead and sewed the foundation on them. It is not stitched together. It doesn't have the pamphlet stitch on it because somebody may want to add something or do something different. So all I'm giving in the kit is just the pages, okay? And what I'm doing is I'm kind of creating what I think the page might look like. It can always change. It ships better this way if I just put some of this stuff in it. And to keep the shipping cost down, I'm shipping it in a flat rate box. What is it? Almost $11, but I'll just charge $10 for shipping, including in addition to the cost of the kit. So here's the Hobby Lobby. Gave you pieces for that. I left some pages blank because you probably have stuff at home that you might want to add. Okay. I went ahead and did these leather trees. Okay, and here's some cutter quilts, just little wonky trees. You can put a doily in the background or leave it, or just put toppers on it, whatever you want. Here's a blank page. And here's one of the reindeers. You can put a tree here like he's looking up at it. That ended up just how it ended up. And then here's this one. It's a bigger piece of cutter quilt. And then here are two wool felting trees. Kind of a little wonky one, and then one with a doily and snowflakes I slow stitched. And then this is just odds and ends to create your own. So I've added just these little pieces in the book. Again, it ships better this way. When I do ship it, to reduce the cost, I'm not going to wrap it fancy or do anything. So it's just this is actually just going to be put in the box. I'll have to straighten that out. In the box and shipped this way. That's how it's going to be. Okay. And then what I'm going to add to that, I think I can squeeze these in. I'm going to include a bag, and it's just going to have buttons and charms. In my first book, if you look at my first video, I had done a tree with nothing but charms. So I just did, maybe 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and built it up that way. And I might add a few more things. I'll have to look in my stash, but I'm going to include at least this bag full. And what I will tell you how I do this is I take the tree, and so I don't go through to the front or to the next page. I actually just pick up the fabric here and stitch it, and it's real easy to do. Then that way you won't be going all the way through, and then you'll have stitching, on this page. So I made it thick enough where you can just pick it up and stitch it down. So I'll have these trees available. If you're interested, you can email me. I'm not sure when I'm going to get them in my shop, but I will. And that's these. Whoops. So again, I'll just have to put this back together, but I wanted to show it to you. Okay. The other thing I want to show is just a couple of digitals. I've been playing, and I've been adding to some of the journals that I showed in the last video that I deleted. But I want to show you these. I made this with my girlfriend, and it's a passport. I didn't do anything to the cover, but I love it, and some of you may recognize it. But I wanted to show you this. I actually added one of Matteo at Arteo Mixed Media Art, one of his identification cards. I used his passport pictures, and then I grunged it up and folded up, and then I just used a stapler and stapled it in. So I thought that was really cute. So I wanted to share that with you to give you some ideas. And then I was also playing with his library cards. He's got this in his shop, and he has changed this. I was having a hard time resizing his passport pictures. So what I did was I broke out one of my high school annuals, and I just started cutting it apart. And this is what they look like. And I think they're really cool. You can coffee dye them, whatever. I kind of like them just the way they are. But these are pictures from my annual. He already has the names typed in and the stamp and everything. So it's really cool. So it's a lot of fun. But I wanted to share that with you and show you what they are completed, or what they look like completed. And then the last two things I'd like to share, and actually I've already done it, but I wanted to show you. This is the identification card, and this is, I reduced it, okay, because he gives you a JPEG where you can reduce it. And then what I did was I did it on a green paper. It's okay. It's all grunged up. I like that. I like the picture. And then I did this one. And I apologize. I can't remember if I told you that he changed the squares on these. Instead of a rectangle, they're complete squares, so you can use his passport picture, digital, okay? And then he's really been cranking them out. And I love playing with these. And the other thing he did was a wanted poster. And I should have probably had one that is just printed right off his digital kit. But this is from the passport pictures. And then I just grunged this one up and I sanded it here and there. But that's what it could look like. And then actually what I did was I just folded it. I did copy dye it after I did everything. So I thought it turned out kind of cool. And you can even fold it and just put it in your journal. So anyway, those are a few things that I wanted to share with you. Like I said, I'll probably get some of the kits in my Etsy shop. I don't know when. But like I said, if you're interested, go ahead and send me an email. And I haven't priced the cost yet on them. So again, if you're interested. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.